Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ghost, and today's video is going to be kind of longer than usual because I haven't uploaded for a few days. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this started. So today's video is a top 10 regarding Call of Duty. It's just games in general. This is an opinionated, top 10. It's not based on sales, anything like that. It's just straight up my opinion and what I enjoyed playing the most and why. And with the higher numbers, like 10, 9, 8, I'm just going to be kind of quick about it. It's going to be from worst to best. And the reason I'm going to be quick is because, you don't really want to know why I dislike a game. Maybe you do, I'm not sure. I'll try to go in depth as possible, but I can't promise nothing. So, okay. Number 10 is Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, the reason I put Call of Duty Ghosts as my, least favorite Call of Duty ever is because it plays like Modern Warfare Remastered. Well, it has the time to kill like Modern Warfare Remastered, but plays like how it would in Black Ops 3. You have fast hands basically, you have quick draw, you have all these attachments, foregrips, everything like that, but the time to kill is so quick. So it's like playing Modern Warfare Remastered on steroids. And I just don't, I don't understand why they made the time to kill so low. You could just zip somebody, zip. I mean, I don't understand it personally. But the one thing I do like about the game, I'm going to give pros and cons between all of this stuff. But, the only thing I really did like about Ghost was Extinction Mode. Because it was original, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good alternative to not, doing zombies. It was just straight up its own thing, and I enjoyed that. But on top of, the time to kill in Ghosts, the maps were atrocious. They were bad. They were too big, I don't think Stonehaven's the worst map there. I think it's a Siege, but Stonehaven nonetheless is a really big map. And the only good map in it, in my opinion, is Warframe. Strike Zone is just kind of a carbon copy of Dome, and they remastered Dome in it anyway. So there's two Domes basically in one game. Alright, so that's number 10, whatever. Number 9 though is Infinite Warfare. And the reason I put Infinite Warfare below Ghost, as in, things I would rather play, is because the maps weren't, terrible. The maps were not memorable in the least, but they weren't terrible. There were some bad ones, but they weren't like Ghost's maps. They weren't just like, damn. Because, they may not be memorable, but Ghost's maps are only memorable because they're too big. That's the only, nobody's looking at it like a high-rise or a terminal. No one's like, yeah, Modern Warfare is known for these, or, it's just known for bad maps. And with Infinite Warfare, its maps weren't that good. That's really the only thing I enjoyed about it with the maps. They were alright. Because the only guns you saw were the NV4 and the K-Bar. That's all you saw. Especially if you had the variants. Ain't nobody messing with you if you got epic variants of the K-Bar or the NV4. Not at all. And the zombies was I hated the zombies. I believe that every studio like Treyarch, Sledgehammer, they should have their own thing. Treyarch started the zombies. Leave the zombies with Treyarch, alright? Infinity Ward has Extinction Mode. Stay with that. Sledgehammer, make up your own thing. Make some monsters up or something, Stay original, Nobody wants zombies 3 years in a row, especially if it's not Treyarch's. Treyarch's the only one that does good with zombies. Just leave it alone. Like the other, yeah, I don't know. But on top of that, the Infinite Warfare, the variants were trash, variants should not be added into Call of Duty. It adds inconsistency to gunfights. And, the kill streaks were ass in that. Back on Ghost for a second. The kill streaks, the only good one was the dog, It was, it was terrible, man. The kill streaks were bad. I mean, I like where they were going. They were kind of, original. Some of them were original. Like having a dog follow you around. That's pretty cool. But I mean, like, they were just bad. Even the Juggernauts were bad. The Maniac, I think that was the name of it. It was just, it's not, I mean, it's original, but it's bad, But Infinite Warfare, it didn't do any better. Its kill streaks are bad too. The Warden, that's why they added variants to make them better. You can choose it to be gray, blue, or purple, or gold. I forget the whole ranking system, but you could just upgrade them basically because they knew they made them bad in the first place. But one thing I do like about Infinite Warfare's multiplayer is that if you had the season pass, they gave you variants for free. Not no epic variant or anything like that, just the common base variant, but they still gave you the guns for free, and I really, I found that cool, But getting off of Infinite Warfare, I'm going to my number 8 spot, and that is Advanced Warfare. Now, you can probably see a little pattern going right here, but 2 boost jumping CODs back to back, you know, I don't like them at all. So, Advanced Warfare, you know, I was hyped when it was first like shown. I was all showing my friend like, oh, look at this, look at this. Oh, he boosted backwards, that's so cool. And then when you get your hands on the game, everyone's just a fucking bunny rabbit all of a sudden. Everyone's just jumping, jumping, jumping. And that was kind of what was wrong with World War II actually at the beginning of it. Everyone was just jumping, like jump shotting during the beta, jump shot, jump shot. And I understand we just got off of Infinite Warfare, but you know it was just terrible. It was so annoying. Like, dude, we're not, you know, we're not jumping no more. Just quit it. You know, eventually people stopped because when I go back and play World War II, I don't see nobody jump shot no more. So I don't know. That was that. But Advanced Warfare, you know, the variants, I didn't like that. All you saw were, whatever, the little SMG, the Speakeasy, and the Obsidian Steed. I don't know the actual names of the guns, but I do know those are the variants for those guns that were most used. And, or were the best, sorry, not most used. A lot of people couldn't get them in that game either. But, just, the whole variant system, the whole, you know, having different levels of guns, it's not good. It's not good for the multiplayer base. It's not good for the consumers because you have to buy them from supply drops. You know, they're not good at all. So that's another, and the zombies, like I said, unoriginality. You know, I was kind of hyped for them too. I enjoyed them back then, but looking back at it now, it's just not, it's not for me. It's not for, it shouldn't be for anybody. But the campaign, I didn't really like it. You know, that's just my review on Advanced Warfare. Just, yeah. So number 7 is World War II. Now, I put World War II at number 7 because, well, I don't really care for the campaign. It was just kind of like agenda pushing on quite a few levels, and I don't like this whole SJW era of Call of Duty. You know, I'd rather, you know, men are together, you know, we're fighting a fucking war and shit. You know, we're going to war with other, you know, they're adding women and stuff just to, like, you know, add equality, but I mean, if women want to go to war alongside us, then go ahead. But back in World War II, we really didn't have that. And I don't. And one thing I hate that they did was, like with World at War, you had fucking you had it to where you could play as the Russians, you play as the Americans. So it's the Russians against the Nazis, and it's the Americans against the Japanese. And you know, it's just World War II didn't do that. They didn't experiment that far. It was just the American side of D-Day. And I understand they went for a different story than World at War. But, you know, in the long run, it just kind of hurt the game. And they, you know, they have the audacity to put, like, other countries' weapons in the game. Like, dude, come on. You got a PPSH, but, you know, ain't no Russian part of the campaign. So I didn't really enjoy the campaign of World War II. I don't like the zombies. It's boring. At first, when I first saw the game coming out, I was like, yeah, they could compete with Shrek. They're going back to the Nazi zombies. Yeah, no, they can't. No, it's not. It's just, you know, like I said, just stick to your own thing. Make your own thing. Don't try, you know, zombies. World War II's multiplayer, I already discussed that in my last video, I believe. Or why COD World War II failed. It's just, you know, don't appeal to me. Not at all. Now, number 6 is Modern Warfare, and I'm going to be kind of quick with this one. The reason I put it at number 6 isn't because I didn't enjoy it. It's because it just, you know, I played it at a later date. I actually played it when Black Ops 3 came out. The first time I ever played it, Black Ops 3 came out. And I enjoyed it for what it was. I enjoyed the original Modern Warfare better than Modern Warfare Remastered, for obvious reasons. But, you know, it's not because it's a bad game. It's just, you know, outdated by a lot. You know, we have the mechanics how we do now. And, you know, World at War, I'm just, spoiler alert, it's not even on this list. I completely forgot about World at War, but, you know, it's an honorable mention. If you made it this far into the video, you know that, Modern Warfare is not Modern Warfare, World at War is an honorable mention. You know, one of my favorite games, zombies, you know, fucking lit. But, you know, Modern Warfare, I already covered that. So, number 5 is Black Ops 3. Now, there are a few things holding this game back for it being higher on the list, because now we are in the top 5. But the reason it is number 5 on the list is because, you know, I hated the campaign. Hated the campaign so much. It just wasn't, it didn't appeal to me whatsoever. It's not, it doesn't even connect with the original ones. Like, see, World at War, everyone's like, oh, we need a World at War 2. World at War 2 is Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 campaign ties exactly with fucking World at War. Dimitri, the guy we play as the Russians in World at War, is one of the guys who first dies from the Nova gas in Black Ops 1. And, you know, Black Ops 2 continued that, going to the future and back to the past, and I enjoyed that a lot, you know, but I don't know. The Black Ops 3 didn't connect with anything. They mentioned Raul Menendez once, and, you know, I guess that's what connects them. I don't fucking know. But Black Ops 3's campaign is terrible. The supply drop system is shitty. Shitty. That's all I need to say for that. Even though I love the game's multiplayer, boost jumping puts it, you know, back. And, you know, that's that. But one thing that I do love about it is that how many weapons there are. If they weren't in the black market, I really wish they weren't. But, you know, they are, so there's nothing we can really do. But yeah, that's why it's at number 5, whatever. Number 4, though, is Modern Warfare 3. Now, Modern Warfare 3, I love the game to death, but all I see is an ACR. Like, I understand games have their main guns, but all you see is the ACR. Like, there's a game called MW Threesome, and all you do is see the ACR. That you cannot find anything else other than the ACR. Everyone's using it, silence, it's gold. You know, got the C4s on deck. You know, campaign. All Modern Warfare campaigns were amazing, but you know, it's I don't know. Survival mode, that was original. I like that. But yeah, so now we are at the number 3 spot, and number 3 is Black Ops 2. Now, I have nothing negative to say about this game other than Target Finder. That's and Transit too. I like Transit, but you know, it's not something I'd want a remaster of. You know, it was a different experience, and I enjoyed it for that. But yeah, I'm just gonna be kind of quick with these ones. Black Ops 1, my favorite, is number 2. Black Ops 2 is my favorite, you know, Black Ops game. The zombies were amazing in my opinion. Kino de Toten's my favorite zombies map. The campaign was amazing. The multiplayer was amazing. The guns were amazing. Like, you know, Black Ops 1 wasn't just, everything is like 10 out of 10 for me. But it is number 2 on the list, and you know, now that you have my opinion on this, you know. So number 1 out of all this, sorry I kind of went quicker on the lower levels, kind of run out of time with gameplay and everything, but number 1 is Modern Warfare 2. Now, I don't put Modern Warfare 2 here because I think it's, you know, physically better than all the games, like plays better than all the games, nothing like that. The reason I put Modern Warfare 2 is it's because it's the first Call of Duty I ever played. Well, if you count World at War, I played zombies, but I didn't play multiplayer. But when it came to multiplayer, Modern Warfare 2 was my very first game ever. And something about just the bear, it's just the boom, it has the bass behind it, you know, it just makes you feel like, yeah, I'm blowing these dudes' heads off and shit. Splatitated is what I like to call it, you know. You see the brains on the wall after you shoot them, you know, the blood splatters. I call it splatitated. And this gameplay is actually my very first H1Z1 win ever. I haven't played the game since though. But Modern Warfare 2, it just holds a really soft place in my heart. I really enjoy it. And yeah, you guys, that's my top 10. Sorry it wasn't a little more professional. I'm not a really professional channel. Anyway, you guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe if you did. So tomorrow I will be making another video, so be on the lookout for that. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed. See you later.